morning, travelers. Welcome to business class. Today I have a tip that I think will be very valuable to people who have had the frustration of trying to pack a suit and shirts and have them look reasonably unwrinkled on the other side of the destination. Now, this is something that frustrated the living heck out of me early on in my career. I would spend endless hours on the other side of a trip, maybe one to Asia or something, trying to unwrinkle a suit or shirts. I had situations where I tried to call the front desk once in Japan. There was an English to Japanese problem. I couldn't get the point across that I needed an ironing board. Anyway, I actually, over the years, through trial and error, developed some really great ways to pack a suit, and I'll share those with you today. Now, I have like a little demo here to walk you through this, but first and foremost, one of the things that even to start with is the material that a suit is made out of. Now, gentlemen, if you're out there looking for suits, there's all kinds of variations. There's seersucker, there's linen, there are wool, cotton suits, but the ones I prefer and most versatile are wool suits. You'll find that those are the majority of your business suits are going to be wool. They are the least likely to wrinkle, provided you get a good quality wool. Now, that's a very big key thing, provided you get a good quality wool. But I use this example of this suit here because this one is marketed as a business traveler suit. It's not only wool, but it is also a wool that has 3% spandex woven into it, into the mix. That allows it a little bit of stretch and allows it to stay reasonably wrinkle-free, gives you flex throughout the day. It doesn't look like you slept in a car by the end of a long business day. So, starting with the material of the suit, the next thing I do is when I'm packing a suit, you'll see the pants are inside here, I take the ties. This is currently packed for a 4-day business trip, so there's 4 ties here. I set the tie inside here, and then I put this little cinch down snap on here so that the ties don't fall. That's kind of key, because there's a lot of times a tie can get wrinkled too. They sell you those little folio things that you can put a tie in. You fold the tie over and it's got a little zipper bag. It looks about this big. The problem is it puts a crease in your tie about halfway through, right about here. Then you put that in your luggage. It's another thing that just takes up space in your luggage, and it gives you an unacceptable crease on the other side. So I found that this technique, one that I developed over the years of trial and error, works very well. So you start with the suit, put it like this. Next tip is shirts. There are wrinkle-free shirts out there available if you look, and they're designed for business travelers specifically. This happens to be the brand of shirt that I like, and almost every one of my dress shirts is the same brand. This is a Nordstrom wrinkle-free or wrinkle-resistant shirt. It is 100% cotton, but it's been treated with, I don't know, some space-age technology that makes it wrinkle-resistant. This one will hold up very well on its own. Sometimes I have to take a little iron on the other side and give it just a little touch-up, but for the most part, it will remain wrinkle-resistant. And don't take my word for it. If you put on one of these shirts, you can actually go on a flight for several hours, and at the other side still look reasonably put together. So, free plug for Nordstrom's. Their Smart Care wrinkle-free cotton dress shirt. This happens to be a trim fit, so there's different cuts for different body styles. So, the other thing that I'm very passionate about is keeping dry cleaning bags. When I have my shirts dry cleaned, I keep the bags that they come in, because this is a really great way to keep shirts from getting all bunched up together. I will put a dress shirt in a dry cleaning bag, and I sandwich that with the suit, also in a dry cleaning bag. Here's one that's already been packed. And then these all together will form a little barrier and stop your shirts and your suits from getting all bunched up. So when you get to the other side, this is very key as well. The second you get to your hotel room, wherever it may be, when you get to your room, don't just go to sleep, even as tired as you are. Open up your suit bag and hang it in the closet. Let it air out overnight, let it hang. You can take the dry cleaning bag off if you want, and the suit will naturally, see this one right here just came out of a packing situation. It's got a little crease here. That will eventually shake out while it's hanging in your closet overnight. Very key. So, let me show you what happens next. You take your suit like this, take your shirts like this, you put it inside the suit bag that are in your luggage. Mine looks something like this. It might be different from brand to brand. I happen to use a Swiss Army suitcase. Gotta love the Swiss Army. It's an army somewhere in Switzerland, but they also have suit bags. So I don't know. I've always wondered, maybe these are the best dressed folks on the planet because even their army has suit bags. So I put this here, and then I say goodbye to this until I get to my destination. Now I will put this out there as well. Men who are traveling and have a business situation on the other end the next morning, I would definitely hand carry the suit onto the plane. And the reason why is Murphy is alive and well and living pretty much in every airport in the world, and there is a chance that your luggage will occasionally get lost. It's not a chance, it's pretty much guaranteed. Like death and taxes, there are going to be occasions where your luggage will get lost. And if you have to show up at a business meeting the next morning in, say, Tokyo, and you don't have your suit, it is a very, very frustrating situation. So when I have to have a suit the very next day on an international flight, I will hand carry it onto the plane. And I also wait, everybody puts their carry-ons in, and I will sometimes ask the flight attendant, there's a little secret closet that they have at the front, they can sometimes hang it for you, or I will wait and be the last guy to put the suit in and I'll put it on top of everyone's carry-on. And you're guaranteed to have your suit at the other side. Just don't forget it. So let's put this in a bag and I'll show you how this thing folds up. So this next sequence of events is the part that I used to dread because I knew that the act of folding my suit and my luggage was going to result in a wrinkly suit on the other side that would cause me endless amounts of gas to try to undo. So I am telling you right now, I have no dread about this process because the technique that we used here will make for a wrinkle-free suit and shirt combination on the other side. If there's a little part of you, gentlemen, that is a little horrified about folding a suit like this, let me just put your mind at ease. This process is pretty foolproof. And I will say this too about this process. There's a few other things that I always do. I always have one of these, a little lint roller. Easy on the other side to get rid of any dust or something that gets stuck to your suit, especially if it's a dark suit. I get the question sometimes, if I have the budget for 3 less expensive suits or 1 really good quality suit, which way would I go? Now, you would probably think 3 is better than 1. I would say, gentlemen, listen to me now and believe me later on this one. Spend the money on a good quality suit. This is just a dark blue suit that can be worn in so many different ways. I get to the other side and I really only need 1 suit. I'll wear it with a blue shirt one day, maybe with a white shirt the next. I have the ability to wear this jacket like a blazer with a pair of jeans to dress it down, or I have the ability to take something like, I always pack in a certain manner, so I knew right here there was going to be a pocket square. I can take a pocket square and put it in the pocket here to dress the suit up a little bit. So 1 good quality suit trumps 3 less expensive suits. Now I realize that this segment here is very male specific because that's the way that a male business traveler travels. So I've asked our production manager, who's traveled a lot on business over the years, to kind of give a few final tips to female travelers that might vary from the male perspective.
Okay, ladies, I think everything that Gordon said was brilliant, and most of those tips transfer over to women travelers as well. A couple of things I would add on. The first thing being, now, thank goodness, almost everything we buy nowadays has a little bit of give, right? A little bit of stretchy forgiveness. I love it. There is one particular travel brand which I really, really love. It's a women's only travel brand, and you know it's a travel brand when their logo says designed to fly. Okay, so here's my tip. They have fantastic pieces on there. They're a little bit pricey. The brand is called Anatomy, spelled with an I-E. Now, I would recommend you get 3 or 4 really good pieces from a company like this that, you know, is expertise is in business travel wear. It travels really well, it's ultra light, and all of their clothes are, black or khaki or white, so very interchangeable. So you get a few really great travel pieces, and then you can bring along some extra pieces so that you can change them out throughout the week or however many days that you're on the road. A nice colorful scarf, a cardigan, a couple different pairs of shoes, and you have a full week's wardrobe with just 3 or 4 primary pieces of clothing. Now, my other tip, just really quick, Gordon, and men, this would go for you too. I like to carry a little bottle of Febreze. You can get it in the travel toiletry section at your local grocery store. It's Febreze with Gain, and it's like this big. It's actually small enough that you could throw it in a carry-on if you're only carrying on for that trip. But that way, when you get on the other side, you can lightly, from a little bit far away, because you don't want to get right up on your fabric, because sometimes it will leave marks depending on what kind of fabric you're traveling with, and just gently spray the fabric. Or sometimes, if you want to be extra cautious, turn your pieces inside out and spray them with the Febreze that has Gain in it, and you will smell like $1,000,000.
Thank you, Ashley. So there you have it, your quick capsule summary on how to wrinkle-proof your packing and a few other niceties in between. The tip on the Febreze, nicely done. Till the next time for Business Class, this is Gordon Morton. Safe travels. Ciao.